What a day, what a year, what a time to be alive. We have a problem. And it's not an individual problem, it's the system. The amount of dumbass people generating more money than whole states is becoming more and more ridiculous, for real. I mean, welcome to capitalism, the beginning of the end. We now live in a dying world where global warming is burning us godless into the ground. Houses and eggs
are everywhere.
are unaffordable, and fascism is back on the rise again. And while all that bullshit and more is happening simultaneously, we all have people who are so astronomically wealthy that their excrements is more worth than your yearly income. Yeah, think about that. Let that shit in. Sink in. Yes, it's time for one of those genius ideas where we take 5 or 6 entitled women, squeeze them inside Jeff Bezos's stick-shaped rocket and blast them into the orbit. And why would you do that? Because you can. Or they can. Or Jeff Bezos can. And marketing. And money. Well, it's called space tourism. Some overprivileged jerks can shoot themselves for 10 minutes in space for just a small amount of $1 million. Well, 28 million to be exact is what a ticket costs. So cancel your Netflix subscription, invest it all in Pepecoin, and start your space journey tomorrow, or next year, or in the next halving, or whatever. Don't let your dreams be dreams. All you gotta do is believe, right? Dream and believe. Fa! So here's pretty much where the detachment of reality has kicked in. And no, you can't. Just give up. Give up your fucking dreams. How much does one have to lose his grip to think you will ever be able to afford this much wealth?
And saying that is actually how you make your dreams come true.
How off of reality do you need to be to say something like this with a wealth of around $400 million? Style and mask and a freaking spacesuit, and to just say to people, you know, you just have to follow your dreams. You just have to, don't let your dreams be. I mean, tell that to someone who works a 40-hour shift a week with a second job, daycare, living at the minimum of existence in a system that's pretty much slaving the shit out of poor people and letting them cripple to death. The only good thing I see from now on is that we are now living in a kind of theater where rich people are separating so off from the poor people more and more, meaning that every time super rich people are going for those kind of stunts like the Ocean Gate submarine implosion incident or Luigi Mangione Jr.'s situation, poor people like us will just start clapping their cheeks, you know, and celebrate every time that will happen. And the richies will make those maneuvers every time. Every time they shoot themselves up with rockets, we are there, back with the fireworks. Time to celebrate. Wouldn't it be too tragic that this fever dream of Katy Perry floating around like a psychopath with a fucking flower? But just, well, no, let's not imagine that. But imagine someone gets blasted in space while they float around farming content for TikTok and Instagram or whatever they did, while we have to sort out our garbage and always use a goddamn wooden straw, or we get our ass kicked by the good old statesmen, while the earth ball is developing into a giant ass fireball. And all we need is more love, right? I'm a total believer now. But the real fever dream, of course, didn't end before this giant ass dome of a foreskin landed back on Earth. Oh, not my nice ass lips kissing that dirty. All it needs is a lunch to ignorance so you can gain new people for marketing, I guess. Benchmarking. Roots of power of love or humanity and planet Earth and all that bullshit. I don't know. Well, okay, I got it. Nowadays, it's not enough to be rich. You need to be an astronaut. It's not enough to have a small dick. You have to sizen it up and shape it to a rocket. It's not enough to be the cringe king of this planet. You need to have political influence. Just wanted to remind, there was a time when people actually were ashamed of being that rich ones. You know? No? Oh, okay. How obscene. Sorry. Damn, why not just equal the indifference and send out the money to poor people, build an ambulance, an orphanage, or at least spend the money to complete the Fantastic Beasts movie series, or at least drawn together, I don't know. I mean, imagine, go to space, propose, what a nice ass world we live in, come back and... imagine going to space just to propose what a nice ass world we live in, to come back and be more like even more detached from reality, ecology, and ethnicity. Let's not forget about who she really should thank. But how about that? It sucks to be in this rat hole, but I'd like to thank all those people, especially the females in position who've made this trip possible in the course of our time. Instead of thanking your mother, or maybe do it on International Women's Day. Or hey, you know what? I know it sucks that the world is a total shithole right now. But let me just tell you, I have seen the world from a better point of view now. And I believe from deep down inside that the climate change is a real issue. And even though this message has a kind of ironic kind of view, by blasting tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere for the delivery of that message, it'll still be a tiny lesser shit show than what we have witnessed. I guess, I don't know. I'm not a scientist or a psychologist. I'm nothing. I'm nobody. Why are you even listening to me? What do you want to say? Nothing really constructive expected and nothing of worth delivered. Well, I guess that's it. Let's call it. Bye-bye.